If you correspond with Ralf on television, video, or telephone, audio, or you chat, text, or email him, you're giving him permission to duplicate it, rebroadcast it on any of the Take Your Life Back Today show broadcasts.
Yeah, beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Beat your addiction, live free. Ralf Friedrichs is who you see. Listen in when you're feeling low. Take back your life, today's show. Stay positive, hope, and keep faith. Stand strong against any odds that you face. Put away the alcohol and the drugs. Fill your time with the things you love. Addiction is tough, but it's worth the work. Treat your body what it's worth. Spread positivity, inspire all. If we stand together, we will never fall. I help others see the other sides of life. A sober life, letting go of the strife. So give me a call, I can help. 1-844-4405-HELP. Homeless shelters, hospitals, jails, wherever you are. I am Ralf Friedrichs and I am here for you. 1-844-405-HELP.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. Today we're going to talk about the differences between needing and wanting. Needing is things that you need in life. Wanting is for gratification purposes. One approach to character development is to identify the difference between what characters want and what they need. Sometimes students or children get the two mixed up. Which is more important, you might ask? Do plays always identify both for the character? Make sure you get the want and the needs in a straight of mind, or a correct state of mind with your children or your students. Let's define what is need. A need is something that a person must have in order to thrive. Without it, that person will suffer either physically or mentally. Ask your children, what do you need in your life to thrive? What do you need to be happy? What do you need to be physically healthy? What do you need to be mentally healthy? If any of these things were missing, what would happen to you if you didn't have them? Some examples of need are as follows. Physical needs are air, water, food, warmth, rest, and health. Safety needs are shelter and security. Self needs are confidence, independence, respect, education, control over one's choices. Relationship needs are friends, family, love, community. Purpose needs are personal growth, mental growth, spiritual growth, and place in the world. Now let's define what is want. A want is a choice, a desire which a person may have or may not be able to get. Life will continue if a person doesn't get what they want. Wants are also individual things. Every human being may have some sort of needs in the same matter, but every human being will not have the same wants. Wants depend on a person's environment, upbringing, background, and viewpoint. For example, we all need to eat. We need to eat in order to live, but the choice of what to eat leans toward want. We can want pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We can want to eat only fruits and vegetables. We can want to eat caviar and expensive steak. Life will go on, though, if we don't get those. Life will only stop when we don't eat, because we need to eat food. Another example would be to look at relationships. We need caring relationships in order to thrive. We may want a certain type of personality or physique in a partner, but if we if we don't get that 6-foot bodybuilder, life will go on. Ask your children, what is one thing that you want right now? What is one thing that you want this year? What will happen if you don't get any of those things that you want? Want versus need is a theoretical context. We almost always ask children to identify the characters they want to be in plays. What does your character want? How do they strive to get what they want? What tactics do they use? Conflict is often described as an obstacle that impedes a character from getting what they want, not what they need. Another way to analyze a character is to examine want versus need. Generally, a want is something that a character or child expresses at the beginning of the day or in a play in their story. It's a catalyst. They think what they want is the only goal. In fact, it's when a character understands their need that they realize they will bring health, happiness, or well-being to them. At the beginning of The Wizard of Oz, for an example, Dorothy wants out of Kansas. She wants to be in a more exciting place. By the end, she realizes that she needs to be surrounded by her family and her friends. At the beginning of Star Wars episode, Luke wants adventure and something external. By the end, he realizes that what he needs is trust in himself, others, and the Force, which is something internal. This change between want and need gives characters and children their journey. There is a difference between where they start and where they end in life. This change also gives the children a rich palette to play during their daily lives, in terms of maybe they want to use a certain character from a movie to run their daily life, and differentiating the wants and the needs. Try these activities. Take a fairy tale and identify the main character in that play and what their wants and their needs are, and have your children play that out. Look at it first and last appearance of the main character in that particular play. What are they doing in the first scene? Can you determine the character's want? What are they doing in the last scene? Has the character changed? Have they identified their need? If so, what do they need? If not, why not? Have your children, or maybe even your students, write down their scenes, explore what their wants and needs are in their short lives lived so far. This will help them solidify the difference between the two. One suggestion is to explore relationships, as there is a good place to start. For example, a teen wants the approval of her mother. She needs to realize that her mom is selfish and doesn't have her daughter's best interests at heart. A teen wants the approval of a group. She needs to find self-confidence. A girl wants a boy to like her. She needs to realize that the boy is using her because she has a car and he doesn't. Those are the difference between wants and needs. A boy wants on the basketball team because his brother was on the basketball team. He needs to find his own path and not follow his brother's footsteps. Divide your children or your students into groups, and each group brainstorm a certain character they want to play and their wants and needs from the variety source of material I just supplied on this video. Look at movies they've seen, stories maybe they've read, plays that they've studied in school. Take a character with a defined want at the beginning of a story and defined need at the end. Have your children or your students use it, some sort of writing pad, I should say, and write what the wants and needs are. How do these two elements look visually looking at paper? What are the changes? Can they identify a character who misuses the word need when they really don't need it because they want it? Is there a character who is in denial about what they need? Think of a story in which a character is unable to recognize what they need, and thus the story ends tragically. This is the difference between want and need. I want a new car. I want a bigger house. I only need a car that gets me from point A to point B, and I just need a minimal house to have shelter. I need to have food to live. I want to eat the most expensive food. Do you understand the differences? Want and need, two different things. If you need to have your life taken back, call me at 844-405-HELP, and I will help you take your life back today. And may God bless you.
but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there. Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. Will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. He always knows what's right. just remember